guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am looking super bummy. No makeup on my face today, just a sweatshirt, but I wanted to make sure that I got this storytime video out for you guys because I really want to stay consistent with them. And I've been working overnight. I'm on call as a crisis counselor, so if I get called, then I have to go out to like a hospital and give crisis for people in need that have experienced assault or violence. So my sleep schedule's been off. I'm literally just living by if my phone rings or not, so I apologize for looking like this. And also, this does not include my day job, so I have to go to my day job and then like come home and then literally wait for a phone call. So in between all of that, this crazy week, I'm finally sitting down to just film a little bit, and I don't think that I'd be able to do that if I was to go ahead and put on a whole bunch of makeup and then come and sit and film. So this is me, as real and raw as it can be, and I just wanted to go ahead and bring y'all a new storytime video today. And it's going to be about being confident in yourself and not comparing yourself to anyone else. And this is something that I struggle with pretty frequently sometimes, and I know that a lot of other people do too. And I've gotten a lot of messages about this and about how some people will not think that they're good enough based on like what they see on social media or what their friends are doing. And I just want to let you guys know that I experience the same thing as well, and kind of talk about my experience with it and things that I do to kind of not think about that. So I am a counselor. I mentioned a while ago that I got my master's in counseling. I got it in December, and on top of that, I love my YouTube channel. So I have a lot of different things that I do, and my friends have a lot of different backgrounds as well. Some of them are lawyers, some of them are nurses, some of them are in childcare. We all have different timelines and all have different things that we have going on, but we all still come together collectively as friends. Despite all of our amazing differences, we're all still great friends. Now, that's a great thing to have great friends that have different things going on and you can still relate to them, but it's also hard looking at people on social media that have different things going on, like somebody who might be in a profession that you want to be in, or have things that you might want that you'll see on Instagram. And of course Instagram is just pictures, you know, but it's hard to look at different people's lives and not understand why you're not at that level. And sometimes it's hard to not compare yourself to different people that look like they're doing better than you. One thing that I always try to remind myself of when I see other people like on social media that have things that I want and that I'm working really hard towards but like I don't have yet, is that I don't see their struggle. I only see it in pictures. I only see inspirational quotes on Twitter, things like that. I don't see what goes on in their daily lives, and their lives might not be as picture perfect as it seems on social media. And I mean, when I think about my social media, you know, I don't post all of my sad moments. You know, of course I'm trying to do story time and let you guys know that, you know, I'm human just like you are, but I don't post all of my really unhappy moments because social media is supposed to look like you're happy and things like that, you know. It's supposed to kind of portray the best moments of your life, things that you want to post that look good, and that's just the way that it is sometimes. Unfortunately, it kind of looks fake sometimes. But one thing to remember is, like I said, we don't see those people's struggles. We don't see what they went through. We only see the happiness. So it's important to remember that they're human just like we are, and they probably went through a lot to get to where they are. So don't compare your situation to theirs. Everyone has their own timeline, and I believe that if you keep working really hard, then you will get to where you want to be. I always said that your dreams don't work unless you do, and I always make sure that I work really hard in everything that I do, whether it's counseling, whether it's YouTube, whether it's anything that I do, because I want to make sure that I put myself in the best position to succeed. And I can't do that if I'm sitting here comparing myself to others and looking at their page being like, man, I wish I had that, or man, I wish I looked like that. It's not going to be possible unless you accept yourself and your situation and where you are, and know that you can get better and do those amazing things if you focus more on yourself and do what you have to do to get better. Comparing yourself to others is just like, I feel like it's like the root of all evil. Like, it's so hard because it literally negates everything that you've done to get to where you are. And even if you are just starting and maybe it's just an idea in your head of something that you want to do that it's not even there yet, that one small idea is something so great and anything that you need to go off of. Because I feel like every great dream, every great situation, every great success story starts with just an idea, you know? And if you sit there and compare yourself to other people and what they're doing, it can sometimes scare you out of doing it because you're like, it won't work anyway. So whether or not you do these things, the time is just going to keep going anyway, so you might as well fill that time up with following your dreams and your ideas. So with all that being said, those negative thoughts still can come around. And this is what I usually do when they come up and when I feel like I'm comparing myself to other people and when I feel like I'm like down on myself. So the first thing that I try and do is to completely reframe my thoughts. Reframing the thoughts is so important because sometimes our thoughts can affect our mood, our behavior, our emotions. And the quicker that we figure out a way to negate those and change those around, the quicker we'll be able to recognize them when they happen, and the quicker we can get those comparisons out of our head. So if it's somebody who's like an influencer and they have their makeup a certain way or they look a certain way, and I feel those thoughts like, wow, I don't look like her, I change it around to, wow, I don't look like her. And here are the beautiful reasons why I love the way that I personally look. So that's a way to kind of reframe those things, to still acknowledge that that girl may be beautiful in everything that she does, but that doesn't take away from my beauty. And say I'm looking at somebody who has a position that I want, or that's like farther down the line in their profession than I am, and they have like so much success and I'm not there yet because I just started off. I reframe that and I'm like, wow, that is so amazing that she has all this success. I can't wait to work hard enough to get there one day. And then I figure out, what can I do to get there? And I'll literally like bust out my phone and go in notes and think about all the ways and things that I can do to be successful. So I reframe that instead of being like, wow, they have what I don't have and it's so upsetting to me that I don't have that, to, wow, I don't have that. What can I do to work and get there? And not saying that you always have to work hard to get everything that you want and that'll just completely reframe everything and make everything all better, because it still sucks sometimes. It really truly does when you feel like you work so hard and you're not getting the things that you want and that you feel like you deserve. And I just want you to know that you deserve every good thing that comes your way. You deserve all the happiness in the world. And sometimes it's just really unfortunate to see everyone else on social media and feel like you're being left behind, but you're not. And I just want you to know that you can have all the great things in your life. Sometimes it just takes a little bit longer than others. And I just want you to know that it can happen. You just have to believe in yourself. Another thing that I love to do is to look at quotes. Sometimes I'll go on Pinterest and literally just look at quotes. And I have a board on my Pinterest that's called Quotes, 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 and it's literally just all inspirational quotes. And I love those so much, just to go through them and just really, really immerse myself in all these quotes. These positive words can really help me feel better. And I also mentioned in my anxiety video that I love the quote book, Whatever You Are, Be a Good One. I think it's just the most simple thing to read, and I really love this book. I really do read it all the time, but I wanted to show you a few quotes in here. And this one right here, and this one right here on this page with the black, this one says, "Success is never so interesting as a struggle." I don't think that a success story exists without a story of struggle. And I feel like everyone who I look up to has been through something to get to where they are. And I just think that this quote makes so much sense. And then these next two right here on these two pages, I'll just read them to you right quick. So the orange one says, "Consistency is the last refuge of the imagination." So if you want to have anything in life, I feel like being consistent with it is important. Making sure that you stay consistent so that you can have that set routine and get better and better each day. Something that I also remember is that if you get better just one day each day out of the year, that's 365 times a year to get better every single day. And by the end of the year, you'll be so much better than you were at the beginning of the year. And those comparisons, those thoughts won't even be in your head or be anything that you should worry about, because you're being consistent with your own self and worrying about what you have to do. And this next one right here says, "You can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club." What this quote is saying basically is that, you can't sit around and wait for the inspiration to come. I mentioned earlier that all it takes is a small idea for something that you want to do to spark and just take off. So all it takes is an idea. And if you just have that idea, don't sit around and wait for the inspiration to come. Go ahead and work for it. You can sit around and brainstorm. You can sit around and think about things that you can do. You can look at inspiration from like Pinterest, YouTube, from other people who are successful without comparing yourself. But as I mentioned before, kind of take their situation and be like, what can I do to get better at what I'm doing right now? And what can I do to work hard to get to where they are right now? So these really help to reframe my thoughts. And as I said, the things I do earlier, like looking at their page and reframing my thoughts, those are really key. So I hope that this video helps a little bit. This is really what I do when I feel like I'm comparing myself to others and I'm feeling down on myself. And not everything is perfect, and I have very stressful weeks still, and I always try and reframe my thoughts and know that the bad times won't last forever and that I have what it takes to get out of my bad thoughts or maybe my bad situations and know that better days are coming. So I always remember to stay positive, reframe my thoughts, have patience, and look at inspirational quotes and brainstorm the things that I want to do with my future and with my life. I'm always thinking, I'm always trying to evolve, and I'm always trying to do better, always, because I feel like I'm a work in progress and I always want to keep going better every single day, and I can't do that when I'm sitting around comparing myself to others and thinking about what they're doing instead of what I'm doing. I really hope that this video helps some of you guys with being more confident in your goals and your abilities and your dreams, and what to do if you compare yourself to other people, because all these things are completely normal, comparing yourself and doubting yourself. And I just want you guys to know that you do deserve every good thing that comes your way, as I mentioned earlier, and that you can have every good thing in life. Just be confident in yourself and believe in the beauty of your dreams and be your own kind of beautiful, be your own kind of success story, because you really can have your own success story just like all these other people. You can totally do it. So don't compare yourself to others, and just know that you're on your own timeline and your time will come. And I will be praying for anyone who's in this situation. I have your back 100%. And as always, if you want to talk to anyone and you feel like you can't talk to anyone about your situation, you can talk to me. I get tons of messages on Instagram all the time, messages on Snapchat. You can go ahead and message me on Twitter, email me, whatever you want to do. If you feel like you're alone, I promise I'm always going to be there for you guys. So I hope that this video helps you, and I'll go ahead and leave this book again in the description bar below, just so that you can know what it is. And of course, I always leave my Pinterest, my social media, things like that I mentioned down below as well too. So don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel. And as always, and especially today, I hope that you guys feel beautiful inside and out today, because you are. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.